We good? Where was the intro song? So we're live. Hey, 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 family. It's your girl, Nick. It's been a minute. It's been a while. There's so much that has been going on, all good stuff, but a lot has been going on. Glad to be back. We have revamped the show a little. We have new digs. Um, this is our new night. So we will be Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock from now on. Um, so for those of you who kept saying, girl, you just on too late, you too late, too late. So now you give me an hour early, but a different day. So an hour earlier, sorry, but a different day. Um, so yeah, we are now Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock. Um, join the convo. Hey, Miss Look, I can't talk today. See, it's been a minute. What's up, Tay? How are you? I've missed y'all. It's been what, a month? It's been a minute. I think my last show was the 29th of July. And so fam, we've got new job, I did a wedding. Um so for those of you who don't know, I used to plan events and I had the privilege of planning an event for one of my really, 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 really good friends. I planned her wedding. Um, and so I did that. Hey, Auntie Win Win. Um, so tonight is rapid fire. Y'all get to ask me whatever question you want, and I will answer it, including you, Tay. I'll answer whatever question you guys want. So let's see. But again, I'm just glad to be back. Happy to be back. Um, it's been like a month. It really has been a month. And so we're gonna have a new format as well. We're going to swing this into more of a conversation, and um, we have a new co-host that will be joining us. So that's going to be new and exciting for the format too, because it was, hi Miss Glenda, how are you? Um, it's been a minute since I've had like a co-host. I usually have guests that come on and talk to you guys on certain topics. But with the addition of the co-host, we're going to take things in another direction for the show. Um, so rapid fire, what questions do y'all have? Questions, Tay? Not at this time. Nothing pressing, burning that you want to know about? It could be personal, it could be whatever. It's rapid fire tonight. Oh, now that's a good question. No, it's not. So let me put my little home buyer hat on. I've bought two houses in my life. Had one built from scratch, and then another one I found and fell in love with it and just purchased it. Um, when I was preparing to buy my home, I got all my finances together. So I stopped spending because I wanted to have some savings, because I had to have my down payment. And back then the down payment was, pretty easy to come up with. I don't think I had to come up with more than 5,000 either time I purchased the house. So I cut my spending. I got pre-approved first so I could know what I was going to spend. Then I saved up for my down payment. Then what else did I do? I paid off some credit cards, depending on what they told me I needed to pay off. Made sure that the student loans were not in default, because if your student loans back then, if the student loans were in default, they were not giving you a mortgage loan. I qualified for some first time home buyer programs. So I got that taken care of. But one of the first things I did was got with a reputable realtor, and a reputable mortgage person. Um, I've had mortgage people that were white and mortgage people that were black. So it's just up to you. I always go with who's going to give me the best deal and who's going to help me more. Um, what else? I don't look for anything that's out of my budget. So if I wanted to pay 1,500 in mortgage, no house that I looked at was over 1,500 in mortgage. Um, I started researching neighborhoods. Um, and then I would drive through the neighborhoods at night so I could make sure that, it was something that was doable. I don't like neighborhoods that are too busy at night because I'm trying to sleep and my sleep is important. I also look at the schools in that neighborhood, because if the school district is cool, the schools in that neighborhood are cool. Um, Things typically, you know, it's probably safe to say it's established and it's a cool neighborhood. Um, um, what else? I look at the churches. Are there churches nearby? Um, are there stores? What kind of stores do I have in my vicinity? It's very uh it's a must have for me not to be in a food desert. Like, and I don't want just a mom and pop little store. I want like a chain, like Natural Grocers, Whole Foods, Sprout, um, Super Walmart, Kroger. Like, I need a store. I also need um a few restaurants around me, some service stations, and some other little stores just in case I need to do. Oh, Walgreens or CVS has to be in the vicinity. So I'm looking at everything: neighborhood, money wise, what kind of bang I'm getting for my buck. What's the resale value of the house? So should I decide in the next 2 to 5 years to do something different, what's my resale value going to be? So I'm looking at all of that when I'm preparing to buy a house. But most importantly, getting my finances straight. So make sure that you talk to um, your realtor and your mortgage people. Make sure your finances are in order, because once you purchase the house, it's not like an apartment. Everything is on you. So get your home warranty programs in line. Make sure you got a home warranty, something. Uh, Make sure you have insurance on your house. Uh, and just get your finances in order, because everything in the house is on you. Everything. Everything. Um, and so like right now, I'm looking for me and the queen, and although I want a 4-3, I'm looking at 2-2s and 3-3s. It's important to me that everybody has their own bathroom. because I don't like to share bathrooms. And we are currently sharing a bathroom right now because we live in a a, a 3-1. So it's important that for my next purchase, we all have our own bathrooms. So um, you just kind of have to know what you want and know what your budget is. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Uh, what else is on your mind?
Um, in the same vein, I'll try to find some like relationship questions that go on. House or condo?
Ooh. Okay, so I have mixed emotions about house or condo. House, because the house is yours. There are no common areas, no, you don't have to ask permission to do anything unless you're in a HOA. Then you have to ask permission for certain things regarding your house. Condo, um, condo has some perks because there are shared spaces and the maintenance. While it's yours, you have people that do your maintenance because it's part of the condo package. Because there's probably a condo association. But the problem for me with condos is shared walls. It's kind of, you still get the apartment feel. And then there's still certain things that you can't do because there are shared spaces and shared walls and things of that nature. But I do like the amenities that come along with the condos. So like concierge service, they pick up your trash. There are some other things. You might be in a condo that has like a gym, uh, and premium parking spots and things of that nature. Like I'm all about the conveniences. What else? So that's my stance on condo versus house. House, because it is yours. Like, unless you have a HOA, you can pretty much decorate and do your yard and do things like you want to do them. But if you have a HOA, you have to do things per the rules of the HOA.
Um, what other questions?
What other questions? Um, Rapid fire. Y'all can ask me anything tonight, and I'm gonna answer. Comment questions, my peeps. We don't have a call in anymore, so it's all comment based. So if you comment, I can answer. Um, for those of you who don't know, I am an only child. So y'all can get to know me tonight. I'm an only child, and it's just me and the queen. And the queen is my mommy. So everything I do for me and the queen. So every step I take, everything I do is for me and the queen. Um, what else can I tell y'all? I love music. I love art. I really am a creative. But I'm also a person who likes order. I don't like a whole bunch of chaos. What stocks do you like for investing? Ooh, auntie, that's a good one. I am partial to tech stocks. I love technology because things change so rapidly. But the trick to technology is you have to hit a technology stock at the right time. I also like healthcare related stocks because healthcare is not going anywhere. So if I can find a what I'm looking for is a good technology stock that has to do with healthcare. um, and I'm probably gonna get my head bashed in for this one. I like cannabis stocks because weed ain't going nowhere, and people buy weed. And I know it's not legal in the state of Texas just yet, but there is money to be made in weed stocks. So technology, healthcare, and weed. That's what I like. Um, I do kind of dabble in some other ones. I have a few little I've been playing with some Bitcoin and other kind of stock, but I really, really am drawn to tech, healthcare, and cannabis. Because to me, those three things are not going anywhere. AI is a form of technology. Um, I'm kicking myself because I did not invest in an AI stock, and it has gone through the roof. And when I saw it, I could have gotten it as a penny stock. But I'm kicking myself because I was like, oh, AI, it's not gonna go nowhere. I was wrong. I was wrong. I should have done it. It was a penny stock, and I'd be sitting pretty right now had I invested in that one about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But technology, healthcare, and cannabis. Miss Glenda, how to get our people to go vote. Ooh. So, in my political ties, um, I used to be a big politico. Um, I was involved in elections. I was campaigning. I ran elections. All of that. What I will tell our people is, if you are not enraged and call to action with what is going on in this country right now as we speak, um, something is wrong. If that doesn't get you to want to make some changes and get people out to make some changes, I don't know what else will. Um, your vote is your voice. And I don't think, especially in our Black community, I don't think a lot of us understand that your right to vote is based on an act, and they can come and repeal that act at any moment. It is not a permanent thing for Black people or people of color in general, or even women for that matter, to have the right to vote. And if you look at Project 2025, and you wrap your head around the big and the subtopics that are playing out in front of our faces right now, you would understand that we're only a midterm away from not even having our basic voting rights. Um, we don't have the permanent right to vote. White men have the permanent right to vote, not people of color, not women, white men. So, how to get our people to go vote? You have to understand what really is at stake. And those of you who understand what is at stake, you have to keep putting that to people to get them to understand that if you don't exercise your right, you won't have that right to exercise. Um, it is getting so deep that if we don't show up this midterm election and show out, you won't get that chance to vote again. I don't even know how to put that in terms for people. This midterm election cycle is so important. It is it is so important because there are there are lots and lots and lots of things that are riding on this midterm vote. And the reason, I don't even want to call this man the president, but the reason the call was made to Texas for our governor to redistrict is because people are beginning to rise up. And how you can stop people from rising up is you redistrict. And the fact that you're redistricting all of the minorities out of the equation, if y'all don't see a problem with that, you need your head examined. Yeah. So, how to get our people out to go vote? We just have to keep showing people and telling people and giving people education on why voting is so important. Um, I will not run another campaign. I will not run for a position, but I will be an advocate and I will continue to educate. Um, I will educate, educate, and educate until I can't educate anymore. Um, I post things on my social media all the time because people always ask me what issues are of importance. Every issue at this point is of importance. Your basic human rights are being violated. We have people going to jail for no reason just because they woke up in the morning. Um, People are being detained just because they're people of color. It no longer has to do with your immigration status. They are throwing people in jail and detaining people that aren't even immigrants. Um, there are immigrants that now have citizenship that are still being detained and deported. So your basic human rights are being violated on all levels. Um, so that is why it is important for you to vote. That right there is why it's important for you to vote. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. What y'all trying to do? 24-karat magic in the air. Heads to toe so clear. Look out! Pop, pop, it's showtime. 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 Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Y'all tell. Oh, they don't know. Y'all tell. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Shut up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Yeah. Designer mix. Yeah. Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to get the color red, the blue. Shit. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jacking. Keep up. Players on there. Come on. Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24-karat magic in the air. Heads to toe so clear. Look out! Second verse for the hustlers, gangsters, bad bitches and your ugly ass friends. I cannot preach, I gotta show them how to get it in. First, take your shit, do your dip, spend your money like money ain't shit. Ooh, way too fresh. Got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed. They ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Ain't my fault they all be jacking. Keep up. Players on there. Come on. Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? What you trying to do? 24-karat magic in the air. Heads to toe so clear. Look out. Everywhere I go, they be like, oh, so bad. Everywhere I go, they be like, oh, so bad.
Come on now. 24 karat, 24 karat magic. Feeling it, feeling just what y'all trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so bring it up to the moon. What y'all trying to do. 24 karat magic in the
All right, all right, all right. We're back. We're back. Okay, so I'm flipping screens. I'm flipping screens. I've got comments on Insta, comments on StreamYard through YouTube and Facebook. So we're back. We're back. Okay, so hey sis to my Inso Yogini. Um, going back to the question about house purchasing a house. Um Yeah, the economy has, I'm going to agree with this comment. It was accessible back then. It's hard to purchase a home in this economy. It is hard to purchase a home in this economy. Um, um, so back to that question, just make sure you have all your ducks in a row and your finances in a row, and make sure you're dealing with reputable people. Um, um, to get you in the home. Uh, discuss my childhood education and that led you to your oh, that's a good one. So, born and raised in Dallas, for those of you who don't know, I am the product of Dallas ISD. I went to Charles Rice Elementary School. And then I went to the Hockaday School, which is a private preparatory school for girls. I got chosen for a program, and my mom thought that it would be great for me to do the program. I went kicking and screaming. Um, Hindsight is 2020. Wonderful experience. It prepared me for college. Um, so I have a unique path in my educational stint. So, from public school at a learning center, and I was in tag, to an independent school that was a college preparatory school for girls. Graduated from there, and then I went to a business specialty school for college, because in the back of my mind, I always knew I wanted to do corporate law. Um, and so I wanted to give myself footing to do corporate law. So I pursued a business education. Um, did not go to law school, because I then decided that I didn't want all of the stress of being an attorney. So I graduated with my business degree, came home, worked as a paralegal for a few years, and then transitioned into contract management. I have a bachelor's degree, I have an associate's degree in paralegal, which I got after my bachelor's degree. I have a master's degree in business. And I am currently pursuing a doctorate degree, and the plan is to have that done this year. So everything is business related. So my path now, I am a person who loves to help people. And so I use my educational background, my professional background and experiences to help others. So I use the business degree, I use the legal services background, I use my entrepreneurial background and spirit, to help other people reach their dreams as well. I also um, help people with securing insurance. and other legal services. So I I just believe in making sure you take care of your business on all levels, personally, professionally, financially. So you didn't get into bad shape overnight. It's not gonna be cured overnight. It's a journey. So I help people secure what they need to secure, um, financially, professionally, corporately, and personally. So um, um, that is the path of education that led me to where I am now. So thank you for that question, my Inso Yogini. Let me see if we have some other questions back on. Um, we have some technical difficulties on Instagram, so we're trying to respond to that right now. Um, I'm not sure if the feed got taken off or not, but I hope it didn't. Um, okay, other questions, other questions. Going back to our StreamYard feed from YouTube and Facebook, rides to the polls. Yes, there are several organizations that will help with rides to the polls. You can call your community centers, you can call your local churches, you can call your voter representation organizations like League of Women Voters, NAACP. They will help you if you need to get rides to the polls. That's another way to get people to the polls. Um, I'm sorry to my Instagram family. I don't know what's going on. We keep getting messages um, about the feed, and it's supposed to be fixing. So we've refreshed, and we hope everything comes back up. Technology is good when technology is good, peeps. What else can I tell you guys about myself? What else do y'all want to know? Questions, questions. I'm answering questions today. Um, any more questions, Tay?
Um, this one relates to AI. How do you feel about
Ooh. Um I am one of those people that think when you see stuff in the movies and it's so futuristic, it's not that futuristic. I believe that when the Terminator came out back in the 80s, um I knew then that AI was coming because the Terminator was based on AI, if y'all don't know that. Um I think we have to pay more attention to what we see because it foreshadows what's to come. Um, I think there are parts of AI that are very beneficial and can be very beneficial to us as a community and as a society. But I also feel like there is AI could be used in a negative way. I don't want to get into all of what I think the negative aspect of AI would be. But I believe that everything we see in the movies about technology and things of that nature, it really is done to make you aware of what is to come. Um, I I really feel like there are parts of AI, like I'm learning how to use AI for my businesses. And I think it's a great tool if used correctly. Um, I have a cousin that is I'm gonna be calling him because he uses AI in his business. Um, And we've been talking a lot about how I can utilize it for my businesses. And so I'm looking very much forward to finishing that conversation with him because I see where I can use it and how it could help me be of better service to the community and my customers. Um, I also think I saw something on a like using AI to help fix your credit report. Um, I'm a little suspect on that. But again, I think there are uses that can be very beneficial, especially if you're someone who's not really tech savvy. If you could understand how AI works, you could use AI to your advantage to help you get some things done. So I really think we're going to start seeing AI being used in a lot of different forms that could be beneficial to us as a community. My fear is that people think AI is automatically going to replace jobs, and I don't think that's where we're headed. There are some industries where that may be the case, but I don't think right now we're going to see that in every industry because there are things that need a person's actual touch. But I will say that the way AI is being developed and can be developed, um, it would behoove a lot of us to take some time to get to learn AI. And I'm not saying you have to be a computer programmer, but what I am saying is you need to become familiar with the nuances of AI because I feel like there's going to be a shift. And if you don't understand it, if you can't use it, if you can't assist in using it, um, then we may see some issues coming. But I think for the most part, AI can be very beneficial to us. All right. Well, we're almost out of time. That went by really quickly today. Maybe it is the space. So we will see you guys same time next week. Again, we are now Wednesday nights. Um 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Still streaming on Fishbowl Radio Network, still streaming across our social media platforms Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X when they work. Um, for the most part, Facebook and YouTube have been working completely. So I know the space is really nice back here. This is a really cool space. I'm getting used to the new lighting. So I like the new space. Um and so we will see you guys next week, Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And it'll be a more conversational format like it was tonight. We will be including kind of rapid fire into uh, into our format going forward. So always come prepared with commenting your questions, and we'll see you guys next week. Laters.